Good afternoon for once, and welcome back to Mull. Was going to shoot this outdoors, but wind's up again a bit and is buffering the camera, so I thought I'd come indoors. And today's message I will try to keep short, as you know I always do. But today's message is a little delicate for me because it revolves around a potential return to Atlantis Leisure Centre. Now, the gym has opened as of this week, and we will be getting our program with current active clients week commencing the 14th of September. And really, I've been taking very much a sort of softly approach with everyone who's been through Healthy Options in terms of their return to somewhere like Atlantis, because I do know that there's a lot of anxiety revolving around a return to an indoor environment with other people in relatively close proximity. However, my stance on that has weakened a little bit, I think, over the past month anyway. Now, I don't want anyone to get me wrong. I am not for a second underplaying the seriousness of the pandemic and the potential effects of this virus. However, we do know that COVID-19 preys on not just those from certain ethnic backgrounds, but those who are overweight, who have diabetes, who have significant heart conditions or respiratory problems, and other health conditions that potentially weaken the human body or cause a compromised immune response. So anyone with a long-term health condition, neurological conditions as well, tends to be a higher risk in terms of the potential side effects and outcomes of contracting COVID-19. Therefore, in my mind now, it is very clear that we need to focus quite seriously on our activity rate and improving our physical fitness so that if we do contract COVID-19, we're in a much more resilient place to fight it off. The last thing we want to do at the minute is stay still, is to freeze in the face of this problem. And the outcomes of that will be decreased activity rates, likely poor diet, and that could exacerbate obesity problems in the local area, breathing issues, heart issues, a lot of conditions that aren't being diagnosed at the minute. So what we know from the figures in terms of the numbers that are going through departments that would normally screen and diagnose early cancers, that would diagnose heart conditions, the numbers are way down. So potentially we're causing ourselves a real backlog of significant health improvements here. Deterioration, not improvements. And this backlog could be very significant in terms of its cost, not just to individuals, but to the NHS as well. So the greatest threat to the NHS at the minute is probably not COVID-19, it's inactivity and poor diets revolved around the anxiety associated with COVID-19. So I'm going to urge you to try to maintain your activity levels. Now, if somewhere like Atlantis is a no-go at the minute from a mental point of view, then that's fine. I do understand. But I would just like people to start weighing up the potential cost to themselves of not getting back into a sort of fitness regime, an exercise plan. And it doesn't have to be in the gym. So many of you have been telling me about the fact that you're doing lots more walking, you're cycling, but invariably what we know is that activity rates will drop through a period like this because you're reliant on self-motivation. And sometimes when you don't have a more sort of formal structure and perhaps booked sessions with your specialist, your exercise specialist, then they don't always come off. And sometimes that can lapse from week to week, and then we get into a bit of a rut of inactivity, and perhaps the diet starts to suffer a little bit as a consequence. So I am going to urge you to come back to Atlantis if that was somewhere that you found was making a big difference to your health and fitness. especially for those who are trying to rehab certain conditions and find certain pieces of fitness equipment very, very helpful, as we do. We've been doing the best we possibly can in the current situation, but we all know that we have a significantly higher rate of success when we have people coming into a more structured program like we had at Atlantis. And we're hoping to get as many of you back as we possibly can. Now, in terms of Atlantis itself, the gym has moved into the main hall. All the kit has been moved at least 2 meters apart. There is a very strict cleaning procedure has been put in place. There's no access to shower facilities. There is toilet facilities, obviously, but it'll be one in, one out. As you move through the facility, you will wear a face mask, but in the gym, you don't have to wear a face mask. The staff will, though, be wearing certain levels of PPE, depending on how close they get to you. And I do know that in terms of the risk associated with COVID-19, Atlantis is probably a much less riskier place than most of the shops in Oban at the minute. Certainly some of the big shopping centres will. If you're going there and you're happy enough to take the risk there, then I would suggest that Atlantis is way below there in terms of the procedures that they've put in place. So I'm hoping that if that was somewhere that you enjoyed coming to, if you enjoyed the Move Well classes, if you're missing your friends and the social interaction, that's somewhere that we can get you back to fairly soon. All your exercise specialists, myself, Katie, Ian, and April will be in touch, and we'll hope to get you booked in for specific sessions. That may just be once a week for now, and will gradually increase as time goes on. We may increase the amount of time that we have access to facilities as we go forward, but we're going to start off with just baby steps. And as I say, I hope those of you who feel confident enough to come back will make that decision, and we'll see you in the near future. If you would like a little tour of the facility without doing a workout, we can come in, we can walk you around, you can have a look, and if it helps to relay any fears that you might have about coming to the facility, then please get in touch and let us know. Those of you who are with Stay Active, look out for calls from Donna and a lady called Karen MacDonald, who's just new to the team, and potentially Kirsty as well, going forward, and they will let you know when the Stay Active sessions run and when we can get you back in. As always, stay safe. Any questions, any concerns, please get in contact via WhatsApp. You can use my personal WhatsApp account, and if there's any more that we can do to help relieve the anxiety around coming back, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Bye-bye.